From the 1011 Now streaming studio, this is The Night Beat.
Sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors of Lincoln.
Good evening, I'm Danielle Shenk with your headlines for Friday, September 5th. Lincoln police are searching for the woman who helped a 12-year-old girl during a broad daylight sexual assault earlier this week. The suspect, Gavin Naverve, approached the girl Tuesday near South 34th Street and Plantation Drive and touched her inappropriately. He was later arrested on third-degree sexual assault of a child charges. Anyone with information about the Good Samaritan is asked to call LPD's Special Victims Unit. In other news, the Nebraska Supreme Court is reviving a lawsuit against the Papillion La Vista School District over missing 11-year-old Ryan Larson, a child with special needs. In May 2021, Ryan left a La Vista West Elementary unattended, his fourth time that school year. But this time he never returned. His mother, Tammy Larson, filed a negligence suit. A lower court dismissed it, but the Supreme Court sent the case back for further proceedings. The family is seeking unspecified damages. Storms in early August caused more than $39 million in damage across eastern Nebraska. The governor has requested federal aid for 12 of the 23 affected counties, including Lancaster, Saunders, and Seward. The storms made national headlines when winds blew the roof off the state penitentiary, which has since been repaired. A new state law is establishing a suicide mortality team to study trends in Nebraska. The Department of Veterans Affairs says the state rate is about 34% below the national average, but lawmakers hope the new team will help identify patterns and solutions.
One is too many, so anytime that we can take a situation that's not a critical mass and try to resolve it now versus waiting until it becomes a major problem is definitely the right way to approach it.
He adds that while he personally fared well after leaving the military, not all veterans do, highlighting programs like the VFW's monthly buddy check in Lincoln. In education news, a new USDA rule aims to reduce non-locally sourced food in schools, capping district spending at 10%. For Lincoln Public Schools, that's about $1 million. Most food, though, comes from within 250 miles, supporting local farmers and teaching students about homegrown food. By 2031, the cap will drop to 5%, about $500,000 for LPS. And next Tuesday, the district could appoint a new superintendent. The board will consider Dr. John Skretta, who has been serving as interim superintendent following Dr. Paul Gosman's retirement. Skretta previously served as chief administrator for educational service and was superintendent of Norris Public Schools. Now, you may have seen Danny Busboom Kelly's jacket at the Husker volleyball game, but here's the story behind it. Tonight's home opener marks her first game as head coach at the Bob. Adidas is celebrating the occasion with a custom sequin-covered Firebird jacket featuring her name and the names of her two sons, Jet and Boone. Now, one of the oldest sayings in coaching, a team's biggest improvement comes from week 1 to week 2. The Huskers are hoping for that leap in tomorrow's home opener. Nebraska struggled to generate explosive plays against Cincinnati, but still moved the chains and racked up more than 350 total yards.
Coach Rule is pretty adamant about game 1 to game 2. I've always been game 1 to game 2 to game 3. You know, we want to be playing our best football in December, and so I think that's just a constant. Game 1 to game 12, can we just continue to steadily increase?
As the season goes and you get more film on yourself, teams will start knowing how to, kind of attack you. But, I think early in the year you kind of just, make those adjustments and roll with it.
Nebraska takes on Akron tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. But before the game, Cornhusker kickoff begins at 2:30. The event includes food, drinks, activities for kids, live music, and appearances from current and former Huskers. It's free and no game ticket is required, but capacity is limited. Now, if you're heading to the season opener, be ready for traffic and new stadium rules. North 9th and 10th Streets and several stadium sidewalks will be closed. Fans parking in Haymarket garages or Haymarket Park are advised to use the airport exit 399. Priority routes with maps are available on our website. Now, inside the stadium, alcohol sales are limited to 2 drinks per purchase, ending after the third quarter. Designated drivers can claim a free small drink with a waiver. Concessions are expanding with new options like Black Shirt BBQ and Herbie's Burger Company. Re-entry is not allowed, and since it's a night game, there will be a drone show. Rounding out your night beat is a check of the 7-day forecast.
You've been listening to The Night Beat.
Sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors of Lincoln.
Watch, listen, and stream on the 1011 app on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.